You ever see something online that just makes you stop and go, wait a minute, is that right? Well, today we're diving into a viral video that does exactly that. It makes a really bold claim about the distance to our moon. So let's break down the argument step by step using the evidence presented in the video itself. So the video doesn't ease you into it. Nope, it comes right out with this incredibly bold statement. It's not just a hunch or a theory, it's a declaration of proof. You can see how this immediately sets a really confident, assertive tone for the entire argument.
All right, so let's dig in. To really understand this whole argument, we've got to start where the video starts, with its central claim. And it all begins with a simple visual.
So this is the first piece of the puzzle. It's a photo, and the speaker says it's straight from NASA's website. This is supposed to be what Earth looks like if you're standing on the moon. And believe it or not, this one single image is the launch pad for the entire argument.
Okay, and this is where things get really interesting. The video sets up this visual showdown, basically, to point out what it calls a huge paradox.
So take a look at this first picture, the one from the moon. The video points out that, hey, you can't really make out any continents, can you? No familiar coastlines. It's just, well, according to the video, it's just clouds. It makes our whole planet look kind of blurry and undefined. And then, bam, we get this. The video throws this incredible picture of a supermoon up on screen, taken from an observatory down in Chile. And the whole point here is the clarity. Just look how sharp it is, right? You can see so much detail, all the way from Earth. And this right here, this is the core of it. The whole paradox the video's built on. I mean, think about it. We're told Earth is about 4 times wider than the moon. So the question becomes, why does the bigger planet look so fuzzy from the moon when the smaller moon looks so crystal clear from Earth? See the disconnect they're pointing at? So after laying out that visual puzzle, the video just drops this question on you. It's not really looking for an answer. It's designed to make you start questioning the official story based on what you're seeing with your own 2 eyes. All right, but the argument doesn't stop there. To really hammer this point home, the speaker brings in a pretty common analogy. You've probably heard this one before, maybe even in school. The video says it's used to teach kids from 4th grade all the way up. The idea is simple. If the Earth is a basketball, then the moon is a tennis ball. But here's the twist. The speaker takes that exact teaching tool and flips it around. They're basically saying, okay, if we're standing on the basketball, the Earth, does the moon really look like a tennis ball far away? The video argues, no way. It looks more like a tennis ball that's, well, really damn close.
So we've had the photos, we've had the analogies, now the argument shifts gears and moves into technology. The claim is that the cameras and binoculars we have today give us even more proof that something's not right with that official distance.
And they're not talking about some super secret spy gear. We're talking about a regular DSLR camera, a big telephoto lens, or even just a decent pair of binoculars. The argument is, how can you or I get such incredibly sharp, detailed pictures of the moon if it's really over 250,000 miles away? It just doesn't add up according to the video.
And it gets super specific right here. The video singles out one particular tool, a pair of 12 by 80 binoculars. That's 12 times magnification. This specific piece of equipment becomes the linchpin for the final part of the argument.
And this is where the emotion really comes through. The speaker throws it right back at the audience, basically asking, how can anyone keep believing the moon is so far away when you can see its craters, right there, just with a pair of binoculars? Okay, so how does this all wrap up? After hitting us with the photo paradox, the basketball analogy, and the technology argument, the video pulls it all together for one final, pretty shocking conclusion. And there it is, the final claim. The video doesn't just say the official distance is a little off. No, it says it's wildly off. The conclusion is that the moon isn't just closer, it's not even 1,000 miles from Earth. And that brings the whole thing full circle, doesn't it? The video started with a promise to prove something, and it ends by declaring that the visual evidence we just walked through is that proof. Which leaves us with a really interesting question to chew on, right? In a world where we're flooded with images and videos, what's the real difference between seeing something and actually proving it? It's definitely something to think about. Thanks for joining me for this breakdown.